So I'm taking a break on my run to send you this quick note. Let's be honest, I'm winded, a little out of shape, and running feels a little bit like dangerous territory these days, to wear a mask or not, to avoid the crowds and how. I don't know about you, but it's not easy. But running's important for me. I don't know about you if you've got an exercise regimen. I need running because I'm a physical being. I need to exercise and stretch and breathe hard. I need to get outdoors and absorb some vitamin D. I also need running for my mental well-being. I need it to get rid of stress and to get rid of anxieties. I need to pound it all out in the pavement. But for the longest time, running has also been a part of my prayer life. I've been thinking actually a lot about something I read recently about the sacraments and about resurrection, the intersection in the Christian faith between what is spiritual and what is physical. And I think sometimes we tend to create a false dichotomy in our faith between those two things. And for me, running as a way into prayer brings those two parts back together again. Praying, as I'm sure many of you have experienced, requires some space in our lives, requires some time apart. And for me at least, I need to clear my mind, and I need to be able to touch something physical. So for some people, praying involves kneeling, and for some it involves a practice of breathing. For some it involves the shuffling through of prayer beads, that sensory tactile experience, because we are not just praying in spirit, we're praying in our bodies too. And so when I'm running, when I'm out here on the path, I know that my mind starts to clear out, and I do engage in that rhythmic breathing. These days, a little bit harder. And as my mind clears and as my breathing settles into a rhythm, I find that there's space in my mind for communion with God. And I experience a peace and a calm that comes over me. And I'm able to sort through my thoughts and offer them up to God, not just as disjointed feelings, though there's complete validity in praying out of the chaos as well, but I'm able to examine each thing. I'm able to let it go at the foot of the cross if need be. I'm able to say to God, why me, why this, why now? I'm able to say thanks for the sunshine and for my family. You know, I think prayer is needed now more than ever in the world and in our lives. Prayer changes us, and prayer, we believe, changes the world around us, sometimes in ways we can't fully comprehend, sometimes in ways we can't even see or understand. Prayer matters in part because it puts us in touch with, in communication with a God who is not absent from the world, puts us in touch with a God who promises to show up in the world, to actually be active in it. If God created and then God redeemed, if God sustains God's creation, then why can't we speak to that God and invite God into our lives in real and transformative ways? And prayer is a key that actually opens up that possibility. It puts us in touch with the divine. And I think, particularly in our tradition of the common prayer that we share through things like morning prayer and compline and evening prayer, even song, we are connected with one another, not just in the body, important though that is, but in spirit too. Sometimes people go running. Sometimes people at the beginning of a meal will bless it and say grace. Sometimes you just close your eyes and acknowledge that God is there. But I wanted to stop and just invite you to pray. To pray not only right now, although that would be wonderful if you're watching this and decided to pray, but to make prayer, if it isn't already, a habit in your life. If you need resources to learn how to pray, I'm happy to guide you. The people and leaders at St. John's are happy to open those doors for you. But nothing beats stopping where you are, finding a space in the day that works best for you, to close your eyes and to reach out with your deepest intentions to the God who is all around, always with you, and to open your heart with words that maybe you can't even fully articulate, and to be present with the Holy.